guys, and welcome back to another segment of making $9,000 in 8 days. Today is day 4. If you recall, we didn't count the weekend because of car things going on, and also because of Sunday. Most businesses aren't open, at least the businesses that I'm looking to do. So therefore, we are on day 4. Now, as we head out today, I do want to make a quick note that if you followed yesterday's video of the Mini and the rip status of the motor literally just eating oil, well, we're still in that predicament. I'm currently filling it up every time I leave the house and watching it drain as I get home to practically nothing. So unfortunately, since the Eclipse still isn't running and I don't have my truck currently or anything else, this is the only vehicle that I'm left with. So I'm going to continue to do what I can with this, and I'm trying to work on it and understand what in the hell is going on the more as we go. Either way, I've got like 4 new places to go today, and I also have 4 follow-ups. Instead of just jumping in and out every single time I get done with a place, I plan on doing a few and then explaining what happened at each. So with that being said, this first place that we are going to is a follow-up from, well, it's not really a follow-up. If you guys remember on last episode, we discussed the place where I go to get my car done when I can't work on it or I don't have time is Tuffy, and I'm just going to say it because it's been out there so many times because of previous videos. So we are headed to Tuffy right now, and when I talked to the owner, who I know very well, he said that he was very, very, very interested. Come back later in the week, next week, so we can talk, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I stopped in yesterday, however, he wasn't there. So hopefully today he is there and we can get this thing sorted out and started and get out on the right foot. Since it is the 30th, the new month starts obviously tomorrow, so it's great for companies to get marketing started on the 1st. I get paid and life is good. So let's go here and let's figure out what they are going to go with in the package they select, and how much money we're going to make today and how much we can help them out. You know, typically I'm one to bite my tongue with things, but honestly, this just pisses me off. Without naming dealership, I go to dealership A, and this is now the 4th time I've been to this dealership doing a follow-up, and this guy continues to, so I walk in and I'm like, so, you know, how are we on marketing? And he's like, well, I haven't had time to talk to the boss yet. And I was like, okay. I was like, so do we know what we're waiting on? And he's like, well, it's near the end of the month, so we're trying to sell some extra cars. And I said, okay, I understand that, like, that's good. But I was like, do you realize you would have already sold more cars by being on social media? Like, by digitally marketing, you would have already sold those cars. You wouldn't have had to try because they practically sell themselves. And this guy's like, well, yeah, maybe. He's like, we've already spent a bunch of money on social media. And I'm like, you do? I was like, because I showed you your social media marketing. You have none. I was like, you don't. He says, well, we post on Facebook. Yeah, you post on Facebook and you get 0 likes, you get 0 shares, nobody looks at it. And then I'm like, so where are you posting at? He's like, well, we do newsletters. And I'm like, okay. I was like, Facebook, anything? He's like, well, like I said, we post on Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, you post on Facebook and nobody sees it because you're not marketing it. You're just posting and not even putting a hashtag with 0 followers. How can you expect to get people to see it? Honestly, it just pisses me off. It really, really just pisses me off. Like, you want to sell cars, but yet you can, you just choose not to because you're still in this old school way of thinking. Honestly, I'm thinking about just trying to figure out the owner and just going to the owner, because this guy apparently just doesn't understand what the power of social media is. And I'm like, no offense, I'm like, but this isn't a possibility. Like, this is guaranteed. Like, you talk about selling cars, I get that. You would have already sold the damn cars with some freaking marketing. And I pissed him off. I could tell. Like, he just looked at me, and I'm like, and he's like, well, I've got your information. I'm like, yeah, you do. I was like, I'll look forward to hearing from you soon. And, you know, at that point, like, I may have potentially, like, I didn't lose my cool. I was very nice. I wasn't angered like I am now. I was very, very nice to the guy. And, you know, nothing against the guy, because maybe he doesn't understand social marketing, but that's why I'm trying to help him, and they're just denying the help to this point because it's just a waiting game. So, anyhow, we talk about Hugh White. I did just stop into Hugh White, which, you know, Hugh White's kind of another merry-go-round right now. You know, nothing against them, though, because they've been great to me so far with the sponsorship and whatnot. But, you know, Hugh White, I was told 2 weeks ago they would know by Monday. That was 2 weeks ago. Then I called last week, or I went in last week, and I said, or they said, well, we'll know by the end of the week. That was Friday. That was 4 days ago. Went in today, and the guy was really, really busy, so I didn't want to bother him, so I decided to text him, and I left him a text. If I don't hear back by tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably go back in the following day and do another follow-up. Like, if you're not going to do it, that's fine. Just let me know. I don't keep having to follow up with people when I'm already being told that I'm going to get, you know, a follow-up, and then I never get one. So, anyhow, I'm headed back to Tuffy. Joe wasn't in, so I'm going back to Tuffy right now. I'm very excited for Tuffy. I think a lot of good things are going to come out of Tuffy. So, we're going to go get this follow-up in, hopefully with Joe. Hopefully he's in. They close here shortly. So, going to go in and get this. Sorry about the rant. I'm honestly just kind of pissed off right now. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's just amazing that these businesses that do hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of sales, millions of dollars worth of sales, have no digital marketing, and, like, they don't even care. Like, do you realize what you could be doing? But what do I know, right? I'm just a nobody. Okay, so it's pretty much the end of the day for me. It's 4:30. Honestly, guys, I am really, really frustrated. I'm really annoyed, and I'm pretty angry. I can't lie. So this is what, day 4 or day 5? I forget what it is. We still don't have any sales. Everybody that I talk to seems to just beat around the bush. Oh, we're interested. We need to talk to X. But yet, they don't talk to X for weeks. And every time I go for a follow-up, it's, well, we haven't talked to X yet. So, what I'm going to start doing is, as I'm doing these car dealerships, I'm going to look to go to the owners rather than the GMs. Now, that's very hard because the owners are never present. It's typically the GMs that are present. But I'm going to look to go to the owners because that's the person that they're going to talk to. So I'm going to try to go to them and hopefully be able to go straight to the source rather than go through a middleman who seems to just beat around the bush day after day after day. Still waiting on Tuffy. Joe's going to call me here hopefully tonight shortly, and we probably will schedule a meeting for tomorrow hopefully. So that seems to be like a pretty good possibility for a yes, so that's good. Still waiting on Hugh White. Have not heard back from Matt. I texted him and haven't heard back yet. So, still waiting on that. Other than that, everybody seems to be still waiting and pending. We've only had one official no. Everybody else is pending. But it seems like the biggest issue is not only trying to get GMs to talk to their owners. It seems to be that the GMs think they know more about social media and things of the such. Like I said, like with the last guy who's like, well, we spend money on marketing. And I'm like, well, you do. Where do you spend it? Because according to what I've showed you, you have no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, no LinkedIn, no YouTube, no nothing. So where are you spending your money? And they're spending it on old school ways, like newsletters and like newspaper ads. Like, and yet if you would have ran social media, you would already had the sale you're looking for. So I find the hardest thing is trying to get older people to understand what you're trying to do for them and what the power of social media is. Anyhow, I'm in a car wash, if you can't tell. I'm really annoyed, I'm frustrated, I'm just trying to relax a little bit. It's 4:30, I'm headed to a business growth seminar at 6 p.m. As we get dryer on, I'll be right back. Anyhow, I'm headed up to a business growth seminar. and which is sponsored by Fiverr.com. If you don't know what Fiverr is, well, it's pretty much a site where if you don't know how to do something, you can pay people decently cheap prices to do it for you. But it all talks about business growth and things of the such. So anyhow, with that being said, I'm not going to end the video here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the growth seminar, maybe record a tiny little bit of it. I'm not sure. You guys will figure out, just as I do, what goes on depending on what you see in the vlog. So anyhow, I'm going to head home real quick, get something to eat, get a shower, change up, head to this growth seminar, and I'll let you guys know how it goes.